we are going to play a little overrated, underrated today. And so, chat, we want you to play with us. And so, in the comments, we want you to let us know whatever I say. If I say the GH7, okay, you're going to put overrated or underrated. Now, here's the deal. We ain't got forever, so we can't have an explanation for everything. But if you feel passionately about it, we want to know, Justin, why you feel passionately about it. So, with that being said, in the chat, write down whatever. If I said GH7, you write down GH7 and you write underrated or overrated. We want to know from you guys what you guys think. The very first thing that I have for you, Justin, all right? 8K.
I'm ready.
Underrated, overrated?
8K? Oh, man, underrated. Easy.
Underrated.
Underrated.
Gosh, 8K. It's probably delicious, but 8K is too much for me.
You know, my argument, just real fast, my argument is that 8K.
Do you do a lot of punching in?
Oh, dude, do I? Like that's why I'm saying it's underrated. Is I feel like a lot of people frame and forget that they shot in 6K or 4K or even 8K. Like a lot of people frame and then they go to post and then that's that. Like you don't manipulate. Like, dude, I not only do I zoom in, but I flip the shot. So sometimes I need a reaction, but I need it on the left third. So I'll punch in, I'll flip it, and then now it's on the left. Like I do stuff like that all the time. And that's why people are always wondering how many angles we got. And a lot of it's just a lot of cropping in. That's why the Ursa was a big limitation, because that 4.6K, it couldn't handle the amount of cropping I was trying to do.
Yeah. All right. This is a throwback from last week. That 4K 120 FPS. Underrated, overrated?
Overrated.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Overrated.
For sure.
Overrated.
Definitely
if you're buying
overrated.
a camera for slow-mo specs, then you don't need the camera.
Do you shoot any slow-mo?
I do, but it's like I for dramatic effect. Like I usually at this point I will only film my couple kissing. Like when I do my little stage stuff, I'll shoot that in 60. But everything else, like ceremony, first dances, everything is 24.
All right, chat. Let us know. Catch up with us. 4K 120. All right. Global shutter coming after you, Reds. Is it underrated, overrated? Tell the truth.
Truthfully, you want me to be honest? Like,
tell the people.
I feel like it's overrated, but it's a great freaking tool. Like, I don't think you should buy a camera because it doesn't have global shutter, or you shouldn't buy it because it doesn't have global shutter. And I also don't think you should buy it because it does have it. It's just, it's really nice though when you have, like, you know what I mean? You see what I'm saying? Like I don't think it's a deciding factor whether that camera is make or break. Like that's not global shutter. Like the Komodo X could have been rolling shutter and I still would rock with it. But like global shutter is really nice if you've experienced it.
Brandon's about to kick us off the stream.
Yeah, we never getting invited back. Yeah,
we ain't never getting. He's like, you're fired, Jarrell, and Justin, never see you. No, it's so crazy because, like, and don't get me wrong, one day I will have a global shutter camera, and I will even enjoy it. But I feel like the type of shooting that I do, I don't have to worry too much about that jello, the wob. Like, I don't feel like I have the rolling shutter issues, at least in my cameras that I use. Alrighty.
Well, real quick, the flickering lights is something that, like, now that I've been shooting with the Red since October last year, I kind of forgot about flickering lights. So when I pick up my Panasonic or even the Nikon, and you see the little things, like the little, lights go like this in the background, I'm like, oh, like it just kind of, it's not like it's a deal breaker. Like it's not ugly or anything. Like, oh my God, this is flickering. Like, no, but like when I'm shooting with the Red, I'm used to not seeing it. So now when I see it, I'm like, dang, I forgot. Like, this isn't, you know what I mean? Like, I remember, like, oh, this isn't global shutter. I get it.
No, I've definitely had some ruined shots from flickering lights. And so, like, that'll definitely be nice. Alrighty. IBIS.
That's underrated.
Underrated?
Yeah, I would do anything from.
Who's got the best IBIS right now?
Panasonic.
GH7 or something lower?
Any of them. Just Panasonic, period. All of them. Yeah, GH4, 5, 6, 7, the S5 II,
Wow.
S1H. Dude, the way that they're, especially the
Some Panasonic
GA7,
love.
Panasonic, like that. So that should be a thing. Maybe we can end with that. Like my favorite things from every brand, because I do love things about every. There's if we could get all these great pieces from every brand into one new camera magic. Oh, dude, it'd be amazing. But any of the Panasonics, the IBIS and those are just, it's weird. I don't know how they're doing it, man, but it's amazing.
It's weird for me because, like, maybe because Canon's not killing it on the IBIS department. The thing that the stabilizing that I like is out of their lenses. Like, it's enough for me, and we don't get the wobbles. And usually, if I'm going handheld, I want some of that handheld feeling. I don't want it to be completely, like, I don't want the jitters. And so I will say properly rated. I know I didn't give that as a as an option.
No, you gotta pick. You gotta pick under or over. Like you gotta pick.
Ooh.
Where you like if you have to pick underrated, overrated.
I rarely have it on, so I'm gonna say overrated. Okay.
Overrated.
Alrighty, raw. I know your answer.
I'm gonna say it's underrated, but I don't think everybody needs raw. I don't think raw is it's kind of reminded like similar to like autofocus, you know, like it's just if you need it, you're gonna see it as underrated. Like I do. I need it because I'm filming in situations, bridal suites, stuff like that, where I can't control the light. I can't, change bulbs and have CCT accurate light. I can't do that. So having something with raw, and especially red raw 16-bit, it just makes sense because now I can manipulate it so that it looks like I control the colors, the white balance of the color temperature in post. But if you're showing up and you're filming like a corporate event and you know that you're going to be able to light this, is going to be professionally done, raw at that point is just overkill. Like you don't need it at that point. So that's how I feel. It's underrated if you need it. It's overrated if you don't have a need for it.
Yeah, my C70 has raw, and I stuck it. I filmed a quick test in it, and it's good. Like it's nice. I love raw photos all day. Never shoot JPEGs. I am waiting to have the capability that you have in the red for the manipulation in video. I'm waiting for that for Canon one day because I feel like the what I can do, the manipulation of the raw, at least in Premiere for Canon, it isn't as good as the red. Like the changing of the white balance, without degradation to the image, the ISO, like I don't have that yet. And so like I'm waiting for the Lightroom level of manipulation for video. That day is going to be crazy.
Just get a red, man. Just let
just
go.
Get it.
Just get it. Yeah, just get it. You know what I mean?
Just get it, bro.
Just go buy it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just do it. I know you got a family and stuff, but like, hey, like it's okay. Peanut butter and jelly for a month, they'll be fine. And you got a red. Like
all right, last one. Full frame. Is it underrated? Is it overrated?
I think it's overrated.
What?
And that might be because I've gotten used to filming on Super 35. I've been using it for 5 years. So like, I haven't had a full frame camera since my Panasonic S5 II was my first full frame camera in like 3-4 years. And then now the Z8. So it's like, it looks great. Don't get me wrong. It's amazing. But I figured out how to use my Super 35 with its limitations. You know what I mean? Like I know that I need lights. I know that I got to have an extra little bit of a kicker light if I'm going to use this at 2.8 or f4. And I know that I don't have to with full frame. So I think it's overrated.
Yeah. No, I love full frame. I will say I do think people make too big of a deal over Super 35 and full frame, especially with speed boosters. And as long as you're not like in a super cramped room, like usually you can make your lens selection the right choice. But yeah, I love me some full frame. I love me some full frame.